Okay, so I've been in here messing around today, and I just wedged this Reclaim brown clay that I haven't used in many months, and decided to go ahead and throw it. And I thought, hey, I'll go ahead and make a video of this. Somebody might be interested in watching me throw a different color clay, a different type of clay. And yeah, you would think that would be a simple thing. I already had my phone and my little tripod set up here. It's quick and easy as cleaning off a finger and tapping the screen to open the camera and everything, right? No. I knocked my phone out of the tripod onto the floor and had to pick it up, and it's been a very chocolate clay phone mess for the last 5 minutes. So I fixed it. I'm all set now. I coned this up once and down once. So I'm going to get back to what I was doing here. Now, this is about 3.5 pounds of clay. That's not exact. It was close. I don't remember exactly what it said. I was throwing with a lighter clay a little while ago. Honestly, I don't care. I'm mixing it. Doesn't really matter. I don't use a lot of water in my throwing these days, so I don't have much in the pan here. I have a little bit of throwing water and a little bit of scrap over there of some white clay, but it's fine. It's whatever. This is the last of my brown bear clay that I have, so I decided I would just go ahead and do something with it, just to get it done. I have no idea what that's going to be. When I was coning up and down the first time, I was trying to think about that. What can I do with 3.5 pounds of clay? Not to get my big fat arms in the way. Maybe I should fix this. Can't really get it a whole lot closer, I guess. So, things I've been wanting to make lately. I want a batter bowl. Chad told me last night that I needed to make us a platter. I don't know that 3.5 pounds is enough for a batter bowl for the size that I want. It might be, but I know that it's enough. No, I don't know that it's enough to make a platter. I don't know how big of a platter he wants. Well, I can't make a platter anyway because I'm doing this directly on the wheel head, so it needs to be something tall that I can lift off instead of something flat that I probably should have used a bat for. So, guess that makes that decision for me. Even a bowl might be somewhat hard to get off, but I guess I could just put the hairdryer on it for a few minutes so that I can grab it and pick it up without warping it. Alright, screw it. Let's go for it. We're going to make some kind of a bowl. Hopefully it'll be a batter bowl. I remember I liked throwing with this clay. It's nice and smooth. I'm not sure if the Reclaim is going to be the same. It was smooth, but it also held up to building tall, so throwing a tall cylinder shouldn't be an issue. But I'm making a bowl, so I don't really need to throw it terribly tall. I don't know what I'm doing with this thing. It does still feel nice, even though it's Reclaim. Reclaim isn't always exactly the same as throwing the original clay mixture. So, these decisions need to be made, huh? Let's open it pretty wide. So a batter bowl would just be a tall, large bowl for mixing batter. You can, or you don't have to, put a spout on it for pouring, and you can, but you don't have to put a handle on it. So I don't know, I think I'm just gonna I don't have any more clay to throw a handle, so we won't be doing that. Yeah, so far so good with one pole. I have been working with Mammoth A-side. Now, a couple months back I had bought 4 different Mammoth clays because the clays that I was used to throwing with were not available. Mammoth was a new company that my supply store was carrying, so I decided to try them and see how I felt about it. And that first batch of A-side that I got was splendid. It was beautiful. It was soft, kind of like my Laguna B-Mix. Similar to porcelain, just smooth, no grog, threw really easily, had no issues. Had a couple others, one that's supposed to be black, but I have not had any luck getting it to turn black. I fired it to cone 7 like they said, and it still did not turn black. It's just a dark brown, a little bit darker than this brown bear here comes out to be, but still brown nonetheless. It's not a black clay by any means, and that's kind of why I bought that one. So I'm not doing that again. There was one called Wren, and I remember feeling like it was okay. I don't remember if it had grog. I just remember thinking I probably wouldn't do that one again. And then I got a porcelain, and the porcelain was fun, but porcelain is tricky. So I decided I probably wouldn't get that again. So when I went back to get more clay, I got 2 bags of the A-side because I thought that one was really great. It was most similar to my B-Mix. I think that'll be good. And when I got those home and started messing with them, they are much softer this time than I remember it being last time, and it was very tricky, like porcelain. I flopped a lot of pieces trying to throw with that stuff, so if I can find it available, I think I'm just going to go back to my B-Mix, but I am trying to not be wasteful and to just use up the rest of everything I have right now first. All of my reclaim, the 2 bags of A-side that I bought, this last little bit of brown, and whatever else I find laying around here. Use it all up before I buy anything else. But I think when I do go back to buying new clay bags, we are going back to Laguna B-Mix 5. It's just my favorite. It's versatile. It's nice and smooth. It doesn't give me fits about anything. Now, don't get me wrong. I'll still flop pieces because, I mean, I just do. Everybody does. Even seasoned potters who make ginormous, big, beautiful pieces will still have a flop. It happens. I'm not like, oh my god, I need to go back to something that I'm not going to have issues with. I'm still going to have issues. It's part of pottery. But after trying several clays at the community studio I was at, I don't know why I'm making this so tall when I said I was going to make a bowl. Anyway, after having tried many clays, both at the studio I was at and at home on my own, yeah, I just think that I'm going to stick to what I like most. That doesn't mean I won't ever try another clay or use something I've used before. It depends, I guess, you know, on the purpose and what you want to accomplish, but just for my everyday throwing purposes of functional pottery, I will stick with my B-Mix. I don't know why I made this so tall. I have no idea what I'm going to do with this. Is this going to be a vase now? I can't really make a handle for a pitcher or anything, so what am I going to do? This is why it's best to have an idea what you're doing before you start. But, you know, I don't always, so whatevs. I didn't want this to just be a playing around practice piece I'm going to trash, because I'm really just trying to get rid of the rest of this brown bear. But I don't know what I'm making now, so we'll all be surprised at what it turns out to be, huh? We like surprises. No? Not really. Depends on the surprise, I guess. Now, I wouldn't normally try to make a bowl at this point, because when you throw tall and then spread the walls out, they will thin. I have been throwing fairly thick lately, but it doesn't look like I have on this. This one I got a nice thin pull. So I don't know what we're doing. I really, really don't. It's too tall to just be a bowl. Is it too wide to be a vase? I don't know. Hey, hey, hey! Sneaky bugger. You'll know if I got too thin, because as I'm pushing down here on the bottom, it'll get thin and it'll collapse. So far, so good. So do we keep going? Let's see, we keep going. Let's just push those boundaries, shall we? It's really tall still. I know it will shrink. So far, so good. As long as we're not collapsing. Got a little wobble down here. Let's keep going, see what happens. What's the worst thing that happens? I flop it, and I have to set this in its own little bowl somewhere to reclaim it. Big whoop. I'm not going to stress out about it. It's going to be what it's going to be, and we're going to do what we're going to have to do. I'm just glad it hasn't collapsed yet, so in my book, we're doing all right. It feels nice and even. I think that'll be good. It's probably going to shrink up so much it's not, like, this would be the size batter bowl I want. And in order for it to be this, I would have had to thrown it bigger. But you can only do so much with the amount of clay that you have. And this 3.5 pounds, I don't think I could have got it any thinner. I don't think I should have got it any thinner, because then it probably would have collapsed on me. So I'm just gonna call that good. And we got a bowl out of this sucker. And if it ends up being a batter bowl or just a regular mixing bowl or a serving bowl. Well, yeah, that remains to be seen. It's a little too tall for me to mess with trimming too much, so I'll just do the trimming at the leather hard stage. My trimming tools, no pre-trim work, and we'll call that good. And that went from gray water to looking like chocolate milk. But it is what it is. That's okay. Alright, so I'm gonna clean up, which one of the reasons I'm not buying any more brown clay, I find the cleanup is a lot harder. It takes a lot longer. It's just so much messier than any of the other clays I've worked with. Even that black one. The black one I also don't like because it makes my fingers orange, like stains them orange after I've washed and scrubbed and all that kind of stuff. I may cut this out because I realized I just had my hands all shoved up in the camera. Anyway. Yeah, I don't know what I was saying. I totally forgot. Thank you, perimenopause. Have these squirrel moments where I notice something else and then I go that direction and I forget which direction I came from. But again, it's whatever. Can only do what I can do, people. Love me or leave me. Anyway, yeah, that's what we did with that brown stuff. Thanks for hanging.